And so it's almost as if we have this beautiful moment to, as Karen mentioned, not only take a pause, but also really tune into where it is that we're headed. Because any tools I created pre-March 2020 are not going to be as relevant to post a couple months down the road, because things are going to change so much that there's this massive, beautiful opportunity in this pause to reevaluate, realign, step into what I would see as sort of this, a lot of us are already following our what do we want to do with, in how are we creating in the world, but to really step into what it is that we really, really, really want to do, and who it is that we really, really, really want to be. This pause is going to cause us to, and it is a cause and effect. There's no way that you can be in hermit mode for a month of your life without fully waking up to, wait a second, this, when things go back, they will always be different, because you will have been different after spending a month with your family, with your thoughts, connecting with people, thinking about what it is that we've been doing, where we're heading. And so there's just, what a beautiful opportunity for us to be able to do that. And so I thought for today, we could look at some, using some of the tools. I am a tarot creator, and that is, for those, I see Kathy's name here and Karen's name here. You've known me me doing this work. It is, life, we have so many titles that we give ourselves. That's what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm a tarot creator, and creating, writing, and doing art in a way that makes sense for what I see, where I see the needs in the world. So I think that's also going to shift dramatically in the next month, which is really, really fun. So, so I feel like I babbled. It's strange sometimes to be in circle where I want to kind of get feedback and get this back and forth going. Does that bring up anything for anyone? If any, I'm going to monitor these chats. I can monitor the chat 100% and watch, and you can write in there. And if you have any questions or you have anything you want to add, please feel free, because that will kind of.
Or Chris-Anne, they can unmute themselves to talk and then mute back again. So that's just fine. We can totally do that.
Absolutely. I see Kathy's got her square camera. The camera can't keep up with me. It's nice to know you're here, Kathy, even though we can't see you. And I see there's a Jackie who has a mom who is also a Donnelly. I love that. So why don't we tune in before we go any further? I'd like to just kind of open circle and open space. My camera was off earlier when Karen was doing her introduction. I've got a candle set up for us. And one of the things that I was hoping that you guys would have, and I don't know if that made it out into the email, would be some sort of rock or stick or candle or crystal or piece of jewelry, anything that you can just hold on to in circle that can kind of become a physical manifestation of the work that we're going to do together today. So does everyone have that with them? Love to see what you guys have on your screens there. I see some crystals. Beautiful. Can be, and if you don't have something, oh, there's a nice, beautiful crystal. Brenda's got a giant amethyst there. That's gorgeous. That's a good healing stone. Nice. Awesome. And okay. So we're going to work with this as a physical representation today. It could be anything, but it's, we're going to charge these with a little bit of extra inspiration, a little bit of extra healing energy, and a little bit extra love for our circle today. And before we do, before we actually open this part of the circle, I know Karen did open earlier, I'm going to pull a card. This card is from the Muse Tarot, and just to help guide us with some energy, what's needed. Like I said, we're doing a little bit of on the fly today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, beautiful. Wow. So I'm going to show you, I pulled 3 cards, and all of them are Pentacles cards, which are earth cards, which are like, it's this kind of our money, our safety, our earth energy, our needing to ground and rooting into the earth. So we've got a huge amount of earth energy that's asking to come up. So that's great. It's so easy when I get 3 cards all from the same suit. It's loud and clear. The first one is the 2 of Pentacles, which is suggesting that you guys are in this moment needing to really tune into, there's a lot of priority stuff that's going on. And I'm guessing that some of that has to do with your work, since we started off and there's a lot of you that are self-employed. And the first thing that came in from someone other than Karen was that someone was working. So this suggests to me that there's a lot of energy around us being called to hold multiple priorities, of course, in a way that we've never done before. And that's maybe feeling a little bit heavy. So we're going to work on that. The other one is the 4 of Materials. And this card is a card that really speaks to stepping away from a place of lack or scarcity and moving into a place of abundance. And this is something that I'm sure you guys have been working on in your work with Karen and in your work in your lives. And it's something that you are really going to have to put to the test here. And you can see her, she's kind of holding on to that Pentacles purse. So really rooting into love and into abundance at this moment. And the last card is the King or the Muse of Pentacles, which talks to us about just really digging into earth energy and what happens and how much we can flourish as a society, as a group, as a circle, as a family, when we do kind of just root into that love and into that massive amount of support that we're getting from Mother Earth at this time. So that's going to change my meditation a little bit, and that's perfect. So I'm going to get you guys to, why don't you just root into your space? That's also going to change the music that we're going to use, and that's okay too. Let me grab something here. Is that okay for sound?
It's loud. Yeah. To hear you.
Can you hear me?
A little loud to hear you as well.
Okay. You know what I'll do? Thank you. Let me just move this around a little. That's probably a little bit better. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Karen. That's perfect. Love it. I need that guidance because I'm not a tech person when it comes to sound. So I'm going to get you guys to take a deep breath in and release. And let's take one more deep breath in together and release. So just get comfortable. Begin to notice your body on your chair, on the floor, on your couch, on your bed. Notice the space around your body. Notice the air around the room. And take a deep breath in and release. Now, as you start to really be aware of the space around your body, I want you to allow it for a moment to just expand. Beyond your room, beyond your home. And as you do, you start to notice that there are a lot of other beautiful lights here with you. All of the people on the call, and anyone who will see this later on the replay, we know their energy will be here with us today. Like a network of lights, nodes of support, nodes of healing and transformation, nodes of magic, nodes of love. Imagine all of these lights floating down into their place in the circle. You are seated in circle, and you notice that there are people on the right and people on the left. Beautiful, beautiful circle. And take a deep breath in and release. Take a moment just to ground now into your spot in circle. You realize that in this circle there is no time, and in this circle there is no place, and in this circle there is nothing at all but energy and love. And in this circle there is everything, everything possible. Possibilities are endless, the potentials are endless. And you are here in this circle, and you are powerful, and you are whole, and you are healed, and you are complete, and you are everything you need to be exactly right now in this moment in this circle. You notice that there is a strong, strong woman on your right. And I want you for a moment to just reach out and to grab her hand. Give it a little squeeze, and she squeezes back. You know she is there supporting you. Reach out your left hand. Grab that hand, give it a little squeeze. And as you do, you may notice how the energy rises. Our circle completes itself energetically. I want you to send out gratitude to both of these beautiful women for being on your side. Turn to the right. Say thank you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Take a moment to turn to the left. Thank this person. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you. And now take a moment just to tune into your heart. Move your energy from the top of your head down the back of your spine. Allow it to settle in your heart. This beautiful beating heart that is so deeply connected to Mother Earth. Mother Earth hums and your heartbeat, heartbeat, heartbeat hums. And I want you to send out gratitude to this circle. Gratitude, gratitude, love. I love you. Thank you for being here with me today. And in this circle, where there is no time and there is no space, know that you are safe and loved and grounded and held. Now, just for a minute, as the energy of your heart expands, I want you to listen with that heart energy, with that heart wisdom, to the two people on either side of you as they remind you how much they love you. I want you to hear through your heart the voice of Mother Earth as she tells you how much she loves you and how she is so grateful that you are doing the work today, and that she is so grateful that you are being the light that she hopes and knows you are. And with that, we have opened this beautiful sacred space. Give a little squeeze to those hands on your side. And you can shake your shoulders a little bit. We're going to come back into our bodies, into real time. And you can open your eyes. Okay. Well, that was more of a circle opening than I thought it would be. How's everyone feeling? You know what, I'm feeling like I was going to do something else, and we can do it in just, you know what, I thought we're going to pause on that. I just really wanted for all of us to come together and to really sink into sacred space together. Oh, Valerie, beautiful. You feel a little left out in limbo, feeling overwhelmed and having a hard time seeing something positive coming out of this situation. Yes. Thank you for that. You know what? You're allowed to feel everything that you need to feel right now. And I think that's part of our biggest lesson in this, is that it's not everything. So, it's really hard sometimes to look at what someone else is feeling in a situation. What I'm getting, and this may be something that may resonate with you, and I hope that it does, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. But what I've been getting from when I've just been going deep within with my own personal work on this, is that I'm getting a giant reset as far as our economy, and I'm getting a giant reset as far as people really digging into where they want to be and who they want to be. When we are gifted when we're gifted the perspective of limited time, this is our reality as humans on the planet. This is our reality as everything in evolution. And when we're gifted that perspective, even for a brief moment, we are gifted the opportunity to really see with our heart where we want to go and what we want to do. And we start to feel, maybe I didn't do that thing I wanted to do, And so it's okay to feel exactly how you're feeling. I'm grateful that, that you brought that up. And some people feel peace, and some people feel very emotional. This is this is new territory for everyone, leading circle with this number of people. It's much, I will say sometimes it's easier to lead circle with a larger group of people because there's not as much back and forth. But with this size, we absolutely need to check in and see what's going on in every part of our circle. And we're in probably the hardest, for me, it's the hardest moment that I've ever experienced, but maintaining that light. I know that when I maintain my light, when I drop into meditation, my monkey mind is no longer leading the way. But if I do not drop into meditation, and if I do not go still and I do not go silent, my monkey mind is like, firing all over the place. I mean, we can do a whole lot with our minds. So it's really, really important for us at this time, I think, just to drop into meditation and to sink in and to try and remain as positive as we possibly can. Karen, thank you for saying that you like the part of Mother Earth saying thank you. You've been doing a lot of apologizing to her lately using the Ho'oponopono meditation. That was so nice to hear. And you know what? That was, I've never, ever had that come up in a meditation. So that was definitely coming from this circle. Yeah. Last night I actually did something similar, Karen, where I ended up just, feeling a lot of, we could all be doing, a little bit more that way. And maybe this is a pause that the earth has needed. It's beautiful to see some of nature coming back. My husband was at work last week and he saw a coyote in Barrie, like, like where it would never normally be. And in Chile, we have family in Chile, and in Santiago, which is a city of 4.5 million people, they had a puma in the city yesterday. So, I mean, to see Mother Nature just, there's a gift in what we could be in this. And I believe that as humanity is going through this crisis as a whole, we can absolutely, I mean, this is my perspective, but I do believe that we can come out a much more beautiful species. Helena says, you feel like you're being forced to be present. You just sat and listened to the birds. You don't know when you last did that and why you don't do it more often. I've been listening to the birds too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've been so strong.
At my bird feeder, they're so loud. And I'm like, wow, yeah. Who said that? Who was that? I can't,
Sorry, it was
Helena.
It was Karen that just said they've been so loud.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we can, I'm feeling like we need a little bit of, how do we really let go of some of these if we're not able to sort of connect and actually express ourselves here? And I'm really feeling like there's probably some of you who have better wisdom than I have on, what possibilities are coming out of this, or what you've been noticing. I think we should share those things, sitting by the bird feeder and noticing the bird feeder. It's beautiful. What have you guys, have there been moments, awarenesses, awakenings that have been happening in your life for the last week? I'd love to hear.
It's Anne, and I've heard from friends that I haven't heard from in quite a while.
Oh, so nice. Let me see if I can put you on speaker view. There you go. And yeah. And how many of us have been doing that? Just connecting. Yeah.
Yeah. And they've been calling me, and I mean, I keep connected by email, but they actually phoned me.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah. Mm. We've been doing some of this sort of, or Skype calling with our friends or people that we haven't seen in a long time too. And it's why does it take us this to do that? There's some good questions there for the way we've been speeding up. I love it. Has everyone been connecting a little bit more, I'm guessing? Yeah. Anna. Anna, where's Anna? I see her little, hi. Hi, Anna. Oh, unmute. How come I cannot unmute you? It's not letting me.
Hello.
There we go. There we go. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I think the past week has been really different for me. I feel like I want to be in the bath and in the shower and just surrounded by water. So I'm like triggered to go to lakes. I'm triggered to go to the forest and just observe. Obviously, I feel like that's emotional healing that I need to do. And I've been just enjoying watching the animals in my backyard. Seeing like squirrels like crazy, and then I looked it up and it was saying to bring out my inner child, which something I pushed away.
There we go. I just choked on my tea. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Being with animals. Anyone else experiencing that with animals and Mother Nature? With Mother Earth, with our 3 Pentacles cards? Kathy, where are you here?
Kathy's not in video.
Kathy, you might need to unmute yourself. I'm not able. There we go.
So
Hi,
beautiful,
Kathy.
yes. So watching robins hunting for worms, it's so, I mean, I shouldn't be enjoying that, but it's so beautiful watching them. You know, they're still, they're feeling with their feet. And if they don't feel a worm, then they will make like it's raining, like doot, 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 doot. And then they tilt their heads. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then it's a big battle if they get the worm. It's not a free meal. They got to work for it. So fun.
Oh, and Elena's also seeing robins. Helena.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just, I don't know. It's just a thing I have. My mom died not a year ago, and there's definitely been something with birds seeming to be around and not being, not flying away when I come close. And I don't know. I feel like it's somehow connected to her.
Oh. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So Anna says robins mean transformation and growth and change and power. It's beautiful. Or they mean whatever they mean to you as well. It's just so beautiful for us to have the moment, just the pause to, I've been much the same, feeling like I've been questioning what really matters. It's a beautiful moment for us to question what really matters. STS has been enjoying turning off the technology and no phone and no TV. Where is STS? Do I hear an STS? What's your name, STS?
Can you unmute, Sam? We can't hear you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still on my business settings, so yeah, just been enjoying actually not having to be on the phone or answering anything. So that's been a real nice break.
Yeah, it's amazing how I don't want to be on technology at all, Normally it's like given a week of pause, I would jump into work. And this has just been an amazing experience of not feeling like I want to do work. There's other things that are way more important. I actually have a Hay House deadline that was due today and I missed it. I told them I was going to miss it. It was a pretty big deadline, pretty important thing for me, but you know what? It was much more important for me to just pause. Yeah. So I think that we can gift ourselves whatever it is we need. And that's not everyone. I feel like there are 2 camps here where some people really jump into the pause and want to turn off technology. And there's other people, and that's a beautiful going within. And there's a whole other group of people who are feeling this ramping up. Okay, now is the time to go, because they're just jumping into that place of creation. And, we just honor those feelings within ourselves. Valerie. Valerie and Debbie, if one of you want to come on, I think it would be lovely to hear from you. I see you in the text. Just have to unmute. Miranda.
Hi, it's Debbie here.
Hi, Debbie.
How's everyone? Just wanted to let you know that my husband and I are in quarantine. We did travel from Hawaii and arrived last Friday morning. The fear of not getting back was overwhelming. It did take us a couple of days to cancel our flight and get an immediate flight home. I'm glad I'm home. However, I'm also glad that we had this opportunity to have a break from all this. And the moment we left Hawaii and entered Canada, there was such an awareness of how real this is.
Yeah.
All of you have been in this the last several weeks or a couple of weeks. This is new to us. And man, it's real. It really is real. And not having supplies here and knowing we were away for almost a month and the fridge empty and no toilet paper and dog food and everything that goes around being away was worrisome. But that ended quickly because so many neighbors, including Karen and strangers, have reached out to us. And every day there's someone, dropping things off or sending us a text to see if we're okay. And it just shows how things can change and never take anything for granted, and I just wish all of you peace and happiness, and as we get older, we realize what's really important to us, and it is family and friends and support groups like this. Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. We all just got wiser and older in a heartbeat, didn't we? We all got that opportunity. Yeah. Miranda, I would love to hear from you, Miranda, about kind of some of the stuff you're doing to block the negative energy. If you, hello.
Well, I've just recently started with yoga, so I'm just doing that with my daughter here in front of from the TV from YouTube, and so that's been helping. And just unplugging from electronics is because the barrage of news and everything, it's too much mentally, although like through Facebook and online there is an increase in the sense of community amongst all of my mommy groups and friend groups and community groups. That part has increased with people helping people, but just unplugging from the news has been really important. So I've been listening to a lot of the sound healing. I love listening to the bowls, the singing bowls. So doing that and just turning things off and reading more and playing board games more. And we do a family movie each night with the kids. So just to kind of tune out and stay in our bubble a little bit, because it's just too hard to block all the negativity, and it's just yeah, so just little ways like that, and reaching out to friends like some of the other ladies have said. So
yeah, well, it looks like you're doing lots of exactly what needs to happen to keep yourself feeling good. It's great. I love it. It's beautiful suggestions. I haven't done board games yet, and I think that I'm going to do that.
I'm the queen of Scrabble, so
and is that
it helps that my children they go to French school, so winning at Scrabble is really not a big win because the English is not their first language for reading and spelling. So that's an easy win, but still, I'll take pride in that where I can.
Absolutely. Hi, Deborah. I think it's Deborah that just came in. Welcome. And Karen, are there two Karens here?
Yes.
Karen.
Hi.
Hi.
The other Karen. Thank you for all of this. This is great. I'm really actually enjoying these different circles that I've been
coming into it. It really, the still being a part of a community is really helping a lot. But I'm finding like so many different emotions are coming up, and I'm honoring it because it's teaching me something, right? And like you say, it's facing whatever fears, whatever anger, whatever it is that we have, and turning within. And I'm really starting to understand that a lot more now. Esther Hicks has been my best friend through all this. You know, some things when I'm feeling really stuck, I just go and YouTube her, and seems to come up with a good answer. And journaling. I have never journaled as much as I have in the last couple of weeks. It's amazing where a lot of things are coming from and what it's teaching me. And I think this has been exactly what I needed. You know, it hasn't been easy, but it's also been a good thing, right? So yeah, learning how to love oneself again.
Yeah.
So yeah, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, this circle's a little, I mean, we're kind of doing it on the go. Based on just, this is what's needed, and let's go where the cards take us. Anna says, I felt like when I paid attention to the news. Oh yeah. Creative. Can you talk to me about your creative, Anna? Because I want to go there next. This is perfect. You are my segue person.
Yeah, it's something I haven't done in forever. And I've been doing a lot of like songwriting and journaling, like just my feelings, and turning them into a poem and like putting them online and kind of sharing my story that way. I've also been working on, those that don't know, I have a business on the side. I make candles, and I do sage bundles. So that kind of like, I started making newer bundles and newer sense of smells and intentions for other people to help them healing during this time that we're going through.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of arts and crafts and glue. So it's nice. I haven't seen that since I was really young. So
it's reminding me of kind of the you know, like if you look in history, and of course we're in a time when history is speeding up so dramatically. You know, we are in a world of so fast, and you know, after the Middle Ages, they had their Renaissance, and so I really feel like as humans on the planet right now, part of where we're headed is we're headed into this beautiful, creative enlightenment. I didn't realize that was going to come of this. You know, this was not something that, but I'm starting to see it in all of my online circles. People who have been wanting to do that business, or been wanting to get their paints out, or have been wanting to do that thing forever, are finally saying, this is what's actually important. So when they are finding the energy to create, you know, they're being and then creating, and their creativity, the power of creativity. I mean, we can live in scarcity, lack, or abundance. And part of that abundance is creation, because that's when we step into, you know, I think a lot of us are in the moment of going in within, understanding. There's the acceptance, you know, there's all of these different stages that people are going through, the acceptance. And then the control that we do have in this moment is we have the control to step out and create and begin to envision what happens next, because it is going to be something new for all of us. And so I love to see people diving into their creative tools and getting their crayons out. And I've seen a ton of that: candle making, doodling, journaling, scrapbooking, painting, whatever it is. We are absolutely going to turn on our creative juices, and what comes next out of that is what life do we want to create? And so that's kind of where I want to go next, because part of my belief, and if this feels okay for you, then jump in. And if it feels a little bit different for you, then just play along and see, try it on. You don't need to think, we don't all think the same way, and that's the beautiful thing. But part of my worldview, or part of my paradigm, has to do with the creative life force, and tuning into our own creativity, and tuning into our creativity as a way to heal, as a way to tune into source energy and bring it manifest, manifest it into form, turn it into things, turn it into, where are my 3 cards here? Material, which is, we've got all these, my suit of pentacles in this deck just happens to be called the suit of materials. It is the last suit, because we have in tarot, 4 suits like you would have in any regular deck. Some of you are probably very familiar, and some of you it may be brand new, but we have these 4 energy right into cups, which is heart, emotions, love. We get the idea and we think, I'm going to feel into this idea. I'm going to feel into this energy. Then it moves into swords, or air, which is the analytical mind saying, does this idea work? Is this going to really fit properly into my life? And we get all of our monkey mind, and we get all of the, not good enoughs, not great enoughs, not old enough, not young enough, all of that garbage that we have to deal with. The suit of swords can be a little bit sticky because it's the analytical mind, air energy. And then we move into pentacles, or coins, or discs, or gold, or earth energy, and that's stability, and that's creation, and that's taking everything from all of those suits and bringing it manifest. So to start off that process, we need that fire energy, we need that inspiration, we need that creativity. And so that's kind of where I would like to play. If you guys would like to, I thought we could do a quick intention setting with our physical thing and go from there. And I know that, actually I see Christy here, and so probably the energies for what they are and the directions are totally different in my worldview than yours. So you can feel free to change things up however you want to change things up. But does that sound like something you guys, just kind of looking at the group, trying to, yes, Karen saying yes, yes, yes. So I'd like to, I'm going to pull again a few cards just to help us with our intentions and kind of get a little bit of guidance on some of the intention work that we can be doing right now, especially when it is so difficult, when this happens. It's not, gosh, I go to the news, first thing that happens, my system goes, I go into lack, I go into scarcity, I go into fear, and then you can't create from that place.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to shift that and kind of go within, settle our nervous systems, settle that energy right down, and then we can find guidance on creation. And this is why I feel like we're so lucky to be in this space right now in the weirdest way, even though that sounds so bizarre, but really we're gifted this opportunity to put our tools to use. Subconscious release technique. Jackie said, what's helped you? So I don't know subconscious release technique. It sounds really cool. I'm going to Google it. Where's Jackie? Because I think that I want to hear a little bit about it.
Unmute yourself, Jackie. Let us know.
Tell me about it. Where are you? There's so many faces.
So it was a gift to me from a girl in the States who is a new practitioner, and she worked with me for a half an hour just last week before I went into isolation. And it's 4 questions, and you can Google this technique because it's fairly new. I'd never heard of it before either. And so she asked me for everything. She went back into my childhood to everything and asked the 4 questions. ask questions around the 4 questions. For 30 minutes, she just asked questions around that, and for me to breathe into it, breathe into it, breathe into it, breathe into it. And at the end of 30 minutes, I felt like 20 pounds lighter after her just asking the questions and breathing into it. So I Googled, it's quite expensive to take this program, but anyway, she got it at a really good discount because she's another kind of a therapist. So she said she was going to call them and see if that was still on. It's something I'm really interested in.
Yeah. What question is coming to the top of your mind right now, Jackie? It would be an important question for us to just bring into our intention setting meditation.
I think, you know, the question for me is that I live in a little bit of a bubble in the Okanagan overlooking the lake. So you see this beautiful Okanagan spiritual lake at every window that you look out. And what I have felt for probably a couple of years is that we are hurting Mother Earth so bad that she's going to blow up.
Yeah.
And I think this is the blow up. I think she just can't take it anymore. So this is what's happened. And I think this is our lesson, to listen, to be isolated, listen to the, you know, what they're telling us to do, to stay isolated instead of going out in groups, to stay at home. And I think just from this group tonight to hear what I've learned about me in these whole week to be in silence, I would never have done this in my life if this wasn't inflicted upon me. And the government said you have to do it. And you know, I know we're not in China, you know, the army's not coming after us if we don't do it, but I think we need to take it serious. And I don't think we've hit the highest of this pandemic yet. I think it's still going to be much, much higher. And I think it's Mother Earth talking to us. And I think it's our time as women to broker the light and be the light for the world.
So I'm going to put that into a question that we can ask ourselves when we're doing meditation. Could we word that as, you know, what can we create, or what can we offer to Mother Earth? Does that sound like that would sum that up for?
You know, for one thing, in places like Bali, Indonesia, that tourism, what it's done to that country, it has decimated that country with plastic bottles. And we as tourists have gone in there and done that all over the world.
Yeah.
Ocean, you know, the ships dumping in the oceans and what they're doing to the mammals and the fish. There's so much we can do. Like, wow, there's so much we can do.
I just keep holding the vision of the puma in Chile, the coyote in Bari, and the I'm losing the word in Venice. Canal, no.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, just Mother Earth is so showing us and gifting us a sneak peek into how much we could live with nature, and how much we could, you know, when we just quiet for a little bit. And I really like this. Anna says we wouldn't listen to her, so she sent us to our room because we're grounded. Thank you for bringing that joyous energy into that. But really, yes, we're grounded. And I think Mother Earth is going to put on a beautiful display for us. And so I'd like to hold on to that as kind of the takeaway as we go into the intention setting, because maybe there's a little piece here about us needing to be much more in balance with whatever it is that we intend to create. Yes, Valerie says people really need to understand how much we need animals and their precious habitats. It's true. I love it. I love it. This is a very earth-based group, clearly with your 3 pentacles. So I'm going to pull another few cards just for those of you that want something to meditate on when we do this, when we ask for some guidance for our intention. I'm going to assume that everyone has some sort of intention or something that you're imagining creating. And I think this is really important in this time because of this scarcity, fear, love energy that we're wobbling between right now. We really are. I mean, I am, and people that I know are. Don't want to assume that everyone is. If you are fiercely standing in love and not wobbling at all to fear, then just bring all that energy to the circle. So I'm going to pull a few cards, but everyone has something that you're intending to create. I'm going to assume that, and that even if it is a vision of, so perfect. Thank you, Helena. What if we don't? The intention's the hardest part. General positivity and love. Absolutely. So you can have an intention for general positivity and love. But what I want for this particular one is actually, doesn't have to be, I'm going to do this big giant thing. This is not soul, it doesn't have to be, what is my soul purpose? And I need to figure it out right now. I don't believe that we ever need to put ourselves in that place of knowing everything in the moment. But what I do want you to hold on to is a very specific intention, memory that you will see from your future. So your memory or your mind's eye of creation, you're going to see, and it could be as simple as, I see myself with my family, maybe it's Christmas or maybe it's an important celebration, and you guys are together and you're hugging and things are great, right? It could be that. It could be as simple as, I'm going to be walking out, it can be something small. But I definitely want you to have a mind's eye image of something that is in the close future, but not immediate future, post every chaos, all the chaos that we're going through. Maybe it's a beautiful image of what things could be, So it doesn't have to be work related, and that's totally okay. And so I'm just going to pull. Okay, so the first card that I have here is the Ace of Emotions. And the Ace of Emotions, this is our Ace of Cups card. So cups, the Ace of Cups, I'm actually going to find it. Look at that. I'm actually going to find it in another deck, and there it is sitting on the bottom. So this is the right card for us, my loves. There's no way it's not. Ace of Cups is the rooting of love and heart energy and opening up the heart space. So I'm going to, so for this one, we're going right into our heart. And we're going to use our crystals or our rocks and all of that, those beautiful amulets and talismans and little bits and bobs that I saw that you guys had. And I want you to hold it in your hands because we're going to charge it up as a group. Awesome. Does anyone have anything that's not a rock or a crystal? I'm just curious. Oh, beautiful. A feather. And I see, is that a necklace, Rebecca? Yeah, Rebecca's got a necklace. Christy, that looks like you have, is that an amethyst heart? Oh, so nice. Or an engagement ring. Oh, Valerie, I love that. That's beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Citrine. Miranda's got some citrine. That's so good for grounding and bringing things to manifest. Awesome. You guys have good, you got some good. I've got a rock. I love crystals, but I'm just like I don't know. I collect rocks like, what are those birds? Bowerbirds, Bowerbirds, they make their nest of all the same thing. And I've just got, I can hardly go out without, I get put on rock hiatuses from my husband sometimes. Too many. They're all over the house. So we're going to grab hold of this. And I think what I would like to do, does anyone have any questions before we start? Or are you just okay to kind of go with it? Or if you're not, if you're feeling a little bit like, like I want to make sure that there's nobody who feels like in this moment in time with this beautiful group of women that you're not held, and that, everyone, I want you to know that this sort of energetic circle, this energetic network that we're creating, when we connect and create an energy space, it doesn't really have to do with time. You know, it's beyond time. It doesn't have to do with even the material. You know, it's like so much greater than the material world. So remember that just by doing the work, if you are, you know, getting a message from your heart or from a guide or from whoever it is, or from, you know, a deity, or if you are religious, it's from a god or gods. I want you to know that sometimes it might even feel like you're making it up, and that's okay. You know, if this is new for you, and it's just, you go with whatever, you know, take the wisdom as it comes, because it does feel like we're, you know, crafting these things sometimes in our head. And the more we do it, the more we realize that these are actual messages that are coming from spirit. So just feel like there's a couple people here that need that little reminder that we can all do this in energy world. You don't need to be special or intuitive or be a tarot reader or do anything else. You just have to have the desire to do it. So, all right. I'm going to use the same music track that I used before. Any questions at all? Everyone's good? Anything anyone wants to say before we jump into setting these intentions? Christy, I see your hand up. Yeah.
I don't really know how to type in to make a comment, so
Yeah, no worries.
I want to say that right now we have a chance to support Mother Earth as she shifts into a gentler pace. Yeah. And for us, if we can tap into that gentler pace, we'll be able to hear those messages that you're talking about and relax into the new way of being, because life is not going to be the same anymore. And if we can be okay with that, if you can come from a quieter, calmer, gentler place than you were before, then you'll be connecting to what Mother Earth needs. And our bodies are the earth, and we can connect with that pace, and it'll feel good. Yeah. And it'll support all that's going on around us, and what we need to do to help our loved ones, and to help everything, to help the planet, just to be in a calm, gentler space and pace.
Oh, thank you. I love that wisdom. I'm feeling that too, loud and clear. I feel like we're almost in this moment where we have a chance to shift our timeline dramatically. Yeah. If we choose, coming together and we're just sinking into this stillness, listening to Mother Earth. One of my favorite quotes, or one of my favorite wisdom keepers, is a man named Joseph Campbell. Some of you may know him, and he does a lot of like mythology work and connecting it to magic and the hero's journey, which is of course important in tarot, because this is the human condition that's shown on cards. And someone asked him if he believed if Mother Earth had a consciousness, and there's a Netflix thing on this, so you can actually go find a series on him if this interests you. And he said, what if we are the consciousness of Mother Earth? You know, little pieces of her consciousness. So we can, you know, it's time for us to kind of go home, tap into her, right? So
create.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, we are just all heart and earth energy coming up for us this evening, and that's just so nice. Okay. So I'm going to get you guys again we're going to go back into our energetic circle. We never really left, but we're going to put our consciousness and our focus there. And hello, whoever just came in. We're just about to go into meditation. So if I can, it looks like it's on a Huawei media pad, no name. Ask you just to mute. You can mute your You can mute on the call. You're coming in right on time. All right. Get myself set up again here. Sound for us. Same track that feels earth and energy for me. I wish I had something on my phone with birds, and I don't. You guys can imagine the birds as we do this. All right. I'm going to get you again to just close your eyes very gently. We're going to connect together. Just imagine us going back into circle. For some reason, I'm feeling like we need to waver back and forth. I feel like my body needs a little bit of loosening up. So if you're looking at the screen still, that's what I'm doing. Leaning back and forth just to loosen my muscles and my shoulders, and to just release some of that tension that's building in my neck. A lot of us are empaths, and a lot of us are feeling stress that isn't even ours. So just take a moment to consciously shake that out, so that we can get into circle and just be. Awesome. So take a deep breath in and release. Take one more deep breath in and release. Noticing your body on the chair, going right back, dropping into that space in the room all around you. And this time, that space in the room all around you, as it is expanding out, you're going to just ground deeply into the earth. Some of you may use a light. Some of you may be used to growing roots out of the base of your spine, or putting a cord right deep down, 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 down. So just imagine that you are digging deep into the earth with that cord of energy, down through the mantle, down through the core, right to the center of the earth. The center of the earth is so large and giant and beautiful and just shining. It can hold every single one of us. It can ground us all. Take another deep breath in. Release. And I want you for a moment just to imagine your toes for a second. And imagine digging your toes into the earth. Digging them right down into the earth. It's warm. You can feel the wind on your face. I want you to notice for a moment the sun touching your cheeks. Maybe you're going to turn your awareness just up for a moment to the sun. Connect to these two beautiful centers of energy that we have access to. The earth and the sun. And right in the middle, between the core of the earth and the warmth of the sun, draw down energy from the sun and energy up from the core of the earth, and bring it right into the center of your heart. Right into the center of your heart space. We're going to go back to your heart space, this space that you know so well, where all of your emotions and your love, your inspiration, your beauty, your being, your core, they're all there. Take a deep breath in And as you breathe out, just bring your awareness right down, just drop right down into that heart space. And notice it expanding. Very quickly, you realize that you are right back in circle. All of the beautiful lights all around. And every breath in, you notice that energy in your heart space expanding, expanding outwards, in front of you, off to the sides, expanding out, behind you. And allow that to expand even more. Allow it to expand all the way up above you, all the way below you. You've got this beautiful sphere of heart energy around you. This energy is love. It is warmth. It is just so loved. Held in place by Mother Earth, held in place by the sun, held in place by our circle. Take a deep breath in and allow your consciousness, your awareness to go even beyond that sphere. Beautiful. Now in your heart, in your bright, glowing, beautiful heart, in your bright, loving, sacred heart, you've brought with you a beautiful intention. So imagine this intention, a tiny version of it, and whatever it is, whatever that vision is, whatever that future is, that intention that will be, make it really tiny, tiny enough so that you can place it right into the center of your heart. I want you to allow it to fill your heart space, that beautiful intention of the future. Give it color. Give it an emotion. When you have that image, when you have that intention, I'd like for you to begin to breathe it out into all of that space that your heart energy is taking up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Out in front of you, off to the sides, and behind you. Open it up so wide that you begin to stand in that space, that intention, that heart energy. Add that emotion. Maybe it's a smile coming to your lips. I want you to take a moment to be thankful for this moment that will be, for this moment that you are sealing into place, for this moment that you are creating, for this intention that you are sending out into the future. And if you can take that physical stone or crystal or necklace that you have with you, the feather, just take a moment, put it up to your heart, hold it up to your heart. Allow it to take on a little bit of that energy, a little bit of that future. Give it a squeeze. That thing that you have in your hand is going to help into reality, into 3D form. It's going to help you to manifest. Mother Earth is so wise. The universe is so wise. Energy is so wise. These things are wise beyond our measure. We cannot understand how they will make them come into form. We do not need to understand how they will come into form. We just need to know. We need to believe, we know that they will come into form. So take a deep breath in. Thank you. Thank you for bringing these things into form. Give your crystal or your rock a gentle love hug with your hand. And now with your heart energy, one last deep breath in. And when you breathe out, breathe that out, out, out beyond any space and time you can imagine. Send that intention right up into the cosmos, right up past our atmosphere, right past the clouds, right past the planets, right past the stars. Send it right up into the cosmos, up into the universe, up into source, up into the divine. Send it to the sacred. Knowing with all of that beautiful heart energy, knowing that it is already on the way to meet you and that you will rise up to meet it. I'd like you to take a moment to give thanks to the women around you, to give thanks to Mother Earth, to give thanks to the soil, to give thanks to the animals, to give thanks to the sun, to give thanks to the water, to give thanks to the rivers, to give thanks to the ocean. Because all of these things support you, and they are holding you, and they are looking after you. And they are all going to help you to bring that intention into being. So one last breath in. Thank you for being here. So you can come back to your body, back to your space, back to the awareness of your room. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can open your eyes. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Nothing like any, I feel like everything that I'm doing right now is a test and something new. So thank you for bringing your questions and your energy and the cards and allowing us to play in circle today with those intentions. Karen, it was Joseph Campbell. I maybe said the wrong name. That's totally possible.
No, I think you did say it right.
Okay. It was Joseph Campbell, and I think he does a lot of. He's like a professor. And he does a lot of. He was an expert in mythology.
Wrote the hero's journey.
Yes, yes. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Me too. Thank you guys for being here with me. I would love to. I mean, if anybody wants a quick, a really quick, and it'd have to be, you know, just a few sentences card pull, I'd love to do that for you guys if that's something that anyone would be interested in. Yeah, I see some yeses. So just put your name in the comments and we'll do it really quickly this way. Whoever, you know, quick card pull, maybe a little bit of guidance for the days to come if that feels like something you'd like. Helena, awesome. Oh, I see Kathy there first. Helena, you're up first though. I saw your name first. So Helena, your card, I'm just going to change my screen so I can see that I've got my, let's see. That's okay. I'm hoping putting this in a place where you can see it. Helena, your card is the 5 of materials. And I can't see my, do I have my camera off? Where am I? I want to make sure you can see this. There we go. Okay, perfect. So yours is the 5 of materials. It's the 5 of pentacles. This is a card that's suggesting that you have a little bit of just tuning in, Helena, around your security and your finances right now, that's something that's weighing heavily on your mind. If you see there's a little, this is the door here, a doorway, and you see this little figure and she's sleeping outside of the doorway, but this hand is the muse or the universe, and that muse is holding her up. She's not going to fall off the ledge. You are 100% supported. You are 100% allowed into this door. And this door in here, this is a hallway of abundance. So there is for you just a message of trusting that the doorways of abundance and love are 100% open to you, and you are safe. No one's letting you fall off that ledge. And next, I see Debbie. Debbie, I see your name. I'm going to miss this. Let me see. All right, Debbie. If I say your name twice, you guys just let me know because I'm kind of just seeing them as they come. Debbie, the Empress, beautiful. Debbie, there is such a beautiful opportunity for you right now to just sink into your creator energy. I want you to see this Empress. She's a mother. She's looking after her people, her family, her community, but she's also she's a source of creation. So right now you may be feeling a little bit of this Saturn energy here, which is a little bit of this constriction, which is a tiny bit of, like, how do I create within this? But I want you to remember that creating from the void and creating from a little bit of limitations there is going to bring up new opportunities. Creativity always, we think of unique, innovative ways around our stuff, just like tonight when we're forced to do it differently. So there is such a beautiful opportunity for you to jump into your gifts of creation, just explore them. There's something she is this like fertile, beautiful, creative goddess. There's something really, there's some beautiful creation you can do from this pause. So I'm gonna just take a second here. Where are the names? Brenda, Kathy. I miss you, Kathy. I haven't seen you in so long. I've actually been thinking that I need some sprouts from you. Let's see. Kathy. Oh, so Kathy, there is this. So your card here is a sense of, if you see this as a Tower card, this is you are feeling the moment. This suggests that there's Tower energy is kind of this, things change so rapidly, wow, boom, they change. But I want you to know that even when it feels like the rug is being pulled out, that there is something beautiful coming. And instead of feeling like this little woman here that feels like she's being, needing to jump off of her safety net here, I want you to pull in this energy and be this powerful being. It's like this moment where you can step into this, I am here. that's your message there, that you have that coming in. That's seal of that lightning and that electrifying. There's like massive power for you in this transformational time to go on. That's giving me chills. It's giving me chills, that opportunity for that power energy. So next, Maria. Oh, Maria. Where is Maria? I want to see Maria's face. There you are. Maria, I'm getting the sense that you are a real feeler. And there is a lot of, so this is weighing really heavily on your heart this moment because you're feeling all the feels. And you can see this, she is just there feeling it all. You know, there's a time, it's this sense of, so you're probably way more empathic than you give yourself credit for. And what I would suggest for you, Maria, in the next few days is, in order to feel this wholeness, that you have this you have an opportunity to feel wholeness. I want you to look that there are these beautiful eyes behind us. That's Mother Earth. That's the universe. She's there. She's right there with you. You're not alone in this. You're not at all alone in this. You're so deeply supported by, the divine. That empathic tendency, those feelings you're feeling, they're okay with them. And you're going to find some beautiful healing energy in just allowing yourself to be. So, yeah. And don't take on too much of those energies that are not yours. Yeah. You know, you're probably bubbling and doing some other things, but there's maybe just look up some energy protection stuff as far as shielding, and probably social media or Facebook and the news are probably not great places for you right now. Yeah. The beautiful card. So much healing to come from that card. Really tuning into, you know, the divine, really tuning into the support system that you have access to. Maria, Christina, there you are. Awesome, Christina. So I have the 10 of inspiration for you. This is the 10 of wands. And you know, the funny thing about these cards, even if you've had your card read or you're waiting for yours, there could be a message in every single card for us, because our own intuition does the work to put the pieces together. So I will say something, your intuition is gonna just, oh yeah, that's for me, and that makes sense. So for everyone, there could be information for any one of you in any of these cards. So Christina, 10 of inspiration. This is the 10 of wands in a standard tarot deck. It's a fire energy. This is the someone who is doing a lot for other people, and maybe you are overextending yourself to the point of doing a little bit too much for others around you. And so I want you to know that it's 100% okay for you to ask for help at this time. I want you to see that this person, this woman, this divine muse here, she's not doing it on her own. She's got all those little helpers. So she's asked for help and she's accepted the help. So for you, it's really important for you to, when you, your strength will also be so beautifully bolstered when you say, I need some help, and you accept that help, and the help is there for you. So just so that you know, reach out, and you don't need to do it all alone. You're taking a lot on, my love. Yeah. Rebecca, where's Rebecca? I see you there, Rebecca. 7 of materials. So another earth card. We've got 7 of materials here. Your 7 of materials. You've been doing the work. You've been doing the work for a while, and you're finally starting to see it bloom. And you're finally kind of starting to see it take off. And there's a little bit of a pause right now. I want you to remember that this pause is going to help the work that you're doing, and it doesn't mean that the work is not going to happen. It is not like a stop energy. You've been planting the seeds, and those seeds are coming to fruition, even if there's a little bit of a, don't doubt that those seeds are not going to come to fruition, because they are. That thing you've been working on, it's on the way. It's almost there. It's like they're sprouted and you're just waiting for those fruit to be there so that you can pick them off. Yeah. So just keep at it. And it's okay to take a pause while you keep at it and just look around and take stock and realize, hey, you know what? I'm doing okay. Yeah. All right. Next. Christina, Karen, Rebecca. Miranda, I'm gonna have to change the screen here, I think. Where are you, Miranda? Is Miranda on in an image here? There you are. Hi. Hello, Miranda. So this is, again, we see this Two of Pentacles energy, Miranda, for you. So there's it's like you're kind of in between two choices. You're holding these priorities, but there's two very distinct choices in your life right now, and you're holding them at the same time, and you're able to hold them together at the same time through this pause, and that's totally fine. But after our pause, it would make better sense for you to choose one that is kind of your leading horse, or is the choice that you really, really want, that thing you really want, and to put a little more energy into that. The other one doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be there. You're able to hold both, but you're not able to hold it. Is difficult. One is the priority. The other one is a hobby or an extra or an add-on. So those things that you're holding, it may even be yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Something that your priorities, that you're feeling that stretch of priorities, and that's okay for now. You know, don't beat yourself up about that right now at all. It's expected right now. Yeah. Just allow that to be. I'm still talking to you, and I pulled the same card again, so that was it's definitely your card. Valerie. And if you guys want to go deeper on any of these cards, you really can. There's so much internet information about any of the cards. You know, there's oodles of information. Two of Pentacles. Valerie, you have the Seven of Inspiration, which is the Seven of Wands. Looking for Valerie here. Valerie. I think Valerie is. I don't see Valerie. That's okay. I'm going to. You must be on a phone. Oh, there you are. Hi, Valerie. I see your square. You're calling in. So, Valerie, your card is the Seven of Inspiration, or the Seven of Wands. I want you to notice how strong this woman is in the middle here. I want you to notice that she is rooting into water and fire, very similar to our meditation. So you can go back to that meditation at any time, rooting into the earth, drawing down from the sun, opening your heart center. And I want you to notice how strong she is to hold the negativity at bay. She is like shining like a light, and all that dark kind of like, what's going on? Do this, do that. I want you to do this. I want you to be over here. There's a little bit of almost like a defensive energy, but go to your heart, and just rather than feeling like you need to protect, I want you to feel like you need to expand that heart energy. And that's going to help you just to ground and root for the next little bit. I hope that makes sense to you. And Debbie. Debbie, you've got the Knight of Voices. So Debbie, your card is the Knight of Voices. Again, I'm not seeing you on the screen. Knight of Voices, this is the Knight of Swords. So this is a quick energy, Debbie. This is sort of the person who's the quick, who can grab onto an intellectual decision, logical. And I want you to use that to your advantage over the next coming months, that you can really tune into, okay, this makes logical sense. I'm going to go with my logical sense. And then, does it make sense with my heart? But it's okay to lead by logic right now. I don't want you to ever feel like you know, it's almost like there's a Muslim saying that is trust Allah but tie up your camels. And that feels like that's the energy of that night of voices. Like fast, get it done, do it, so that you can relax. And if that's just go with that, getting it done. Yes, and I heard your name earlier, and I think it's Susan. Sam, that's what it was. Sam, thank you. Sam, your energy. So you have the 3 of Cups, which is the 3 of emotions in this deck. You can see that there's, normally there's 3 women that come together. So I really want you to draw on the women in your life. Maybe it's a sister, mom, that sort of a trio, besties, like really dive into your connection with them. But also, I want you to notice that on this particular card, there is the wisdom of Mother, Maiden, and Crone. So in this pause, there's such a beautiful opportunity for you, Sam, to be looking at future self and your inner child and doing some work with both of those and bringing them together into your present and really kind of feeling into, what does my future self give me? This would be for everyone. What is no time? You can reach out and get that information in meditation. An inner child, what do I need to heal? What does my inner child want me to heal? And that's going to really help you to ground in this situation. And then, of course, lots of Skype calls with your girls. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like you guys could do some, a call. Allow the joy to bubble up. And don't feel, this is for everyone as well. The 3 of Cups is coming loud and clear. Don't feel a moment of joy, because that's something that, well, should I be laughing? We're humans. We need these. We're feeling all the emotions. Don't feel guilty if you need to cry. Don't feel guilty if you need to laugh. And you're allowed to do it all. Yeah. Okay. I want that card for me, Sam. Joanne.
No,
Joanne.
Joanne
Green
Silky.
Connection. Where are you, Joanne?
I'm no camera.
No camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Probably near the bottom.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay, Joanne. Where are you, Joanne? I heard you loud and clear, so can't see it, so.
I'm in Newmarket.
Newmarket. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Bradford.
Cool.
All right. So, Joanne, you have Night of Voices as well, which was this love and trust Allah, but tie up your camels. But I'm gonna pull another card for you because you've heard that. So there's something else there. Hierophant. Oh, so the Hierophant energy. Joanne, Hierophant energy for here. There is this, an opportunity for you in this pause to, Hierophant is typically, it's either this kind of spiritual, in a traditional deck, it almost looks like a bishop or a priest, and it's kind of the spiritual guru. And it's a sense of you stepping into that and realizing that you are your own wisdom, that you are your own guide, and that you should trust your own intuition and your own inner wisdom at this time, because it is so strong that you don't need to go to any other external resource to get the information that you need, and continue you can see there's a little figure down here. Continue your reverence to the divine, continue your reverence to spirit, continue your reverence to Mother Earth, but really dig into your intuition, because it is going to be like clear as a bell for you. Yeah. And with the other card coming first, maybe that, like, in order to be able to just sink into that intuition that's so strong, you need to do that little bit of like, I'm going to get the to-do list, these things need to be done. And now I can just sink into my intuition and let that take the reins. Okay, Stephanie McLeod, Stephanie McLeod, Stephanie. Stephanie, are you on a call? Are you in a camera? There you are. I see you. I see you. I see you. Perfect. Gosh, you look familiar to me. Are we connected in any way? You look so familiar to me. Stephanie McLeod. So you got, again, this standing like a strong force, deciding. You get to choose to be tuning into positivity and light and keeping that negativity at bay. This is your goals. Clear out that negativity, stand in your light. Again, there's that sinking into the earth. Fire and water are strong in that card. And the other card that you have is the Queen of Inspiration. So there's a beautiful energy moment for you during this where you get to just dig into your creativity and come out like with this new, so she is here, you can see her, and she's playing with those little streams of consciousness and those little, like, it's almost like this musical harp of just creative energy that's going to come down, and you get that delicious time in this pause to play with that, dive in and create something absolutely fascinating that's going to likely, I'm feeling from this, that it's going to be something that inspires others. It's really going to help others. It's your chance to kind of step into this leadership role.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We have Stephanie, Nancy B. Nancy B. Nancy B. is on a call. Nancy, if you can you let me know where you are, Nancy? If you can unmute, and if you can't, that's okay too.
Yes, I'm in Aurora.
Oh, hi, Nancy. There you are. Hello. Nice to see your face. Beautiful orange room there. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for you because we've also had this one. Wow, we've also had that one. So there are this couple of repeating messages here for the group and for you. This sort of making, allowing yourself to remember that you are this, you can just draw on all of the power of the divine here, all the power of the universe. There's a sense of like the tower, of course, it's shifting and changing. And so I want you to remember, just like our first card here, that you are 100% welcome into the divine hall of love. You're not falling off the ledge. Spirit has you. Spirit has you. You're being held. You are just, you may feel like you're out in the cold at some point here, but you're not. You're not. You're being held. You're being so held. And then on top of that, because we've seen those, there's the 6 of Cups. And it's suggesting here that this is a really good time for you to, if you look, she's looking right into the mirror of her heart, right into the mirror of her life. She's looking at her past. She's looking at present. She's looking at future. They're all together. So it's a really good time for you to kind of, you may be getting some feelings of nostalgia coming up. And that's great. Allow those to be. And these kind of feelings of nostalgia, suggesting that maybe there's people from your past that you've been thinking about. So just go ahead and give them a call. Connect with them. People from your past, people from your life. Maybe it doesn't need to be a distant past. It could be, I haven't seen this person in 6 months and I really want to just have a good chat with them. Energy's coming up that you can feel free to dig into that. It's going to feel good. Yeah. Chris's iPad. That's what my iPad is called. That's strange. Chris's iPad. Are you? Let me see. Are you? There you are. Hi. Hi, Chris. Oh, I love those lights. Those are great. Can't hear you. I think you're on mute, but yeah. Those are beautiful.
My Medusa lights.
They're great. You got this beautiful little magical corner going on there. I want to spend some time there with you. That looks like magic in a a snapshot to me. That's great. Beautiful. All right, Chris. So for you. So I've got 2 cards for you, Chris. Came out, they just kind of jumped out there. One is the Fool, and this is kind of the beginning of a new journey. We're all feeling this. You're on the precipice of something new, right? You're just about to jump. There's this whole unknown. The unknown down there is the universe. We don't know. We can't know. We have to trust. We 100% have to trust that as we take this leap into the new world, into the new earth, that we're going to be looked after. That universe has us, that source has us, that the divine is holding us as we jump. And we have to do a lot of listening to kind of like, we jump, and then you might not have all the tools you need when you take the jump, and that's okay. You're just going to be like, I'm going to get them as I go. We're doing it. We're just kind of, there's a sense of, the Fool has a beautiful propensity to just kind of jump without having everything that he or she needs. And they're always good, just the beginning of the journey. And the other card that popped out is the 7 of Voices. And in the 7 of Voices, there will be, there's a sense of illusion here. You can see like, there's this sort of like, what's really going on sort of thing in this message. And so for you, always that's where you want to always land. You know, if anything's coming up for you in all of this chaos where it's like, oh, you know, I don't know what to believe, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know if that's right or if this is right, and I don't know what's going on. There's a little bit of that kind of chaos energy for all of us. Then I just want you to remember that all you need to do is drop into that heart space, and you will cross that bridge without the rest of the illusions. You don't need that illusion. The illusion is not helpful. Just what is real for me today? What am I feeling right now? You know, just breathing. Yeah. Okay. Helena, is that a different Helena? Are there 2 Helenas?
Nope.
Or same? I think we did Helena first. I think I grabbed your name first. Karen Armstrong, and Christy said yes too. I probably skipped some name there. So we're gonna go Karen and then Christy, yeah? So Karen Armstrong.
Actually, Karen Thymer, so I'll let her go.
Okay.
And then Christy.
Okay, Karen. Awesome. Thank you. Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Are you also in the Newmarket area?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you
Like just north of Newmarket, but yeah.
I feel like we've crossed paths.
I think so too. You look very familiar.
Yeah, I think we have.
I'll have to check my Facebook.
Karen. Karen, you got the Magician. What a beautiful moment. Pause to get the Magician. So Magician energy, this is pulling in all of the elements. It's letting you know that you already have all the tools you need. You don't need any more tools. Like you have them all. I feel like you've been studying, you've been doing the work, you've got this, you're well versed, like you have every single thing you need. If you feel at any moment during this, oh, I need this new tool, that's just fear and ego. It's not true. You got it. You totally got everything you need to create everything you want. And it's just a matter of standing at that. You see the Magician, she's standing there. She's got her 4 elements, really earth, because this is, Magician is always pulling in all 4 elements, but this is, we're looking at earth right now, really drawing on the earth for what comes next. Also Mercury. So what's your sign?
Libra.
Yeah, so draw on some mercurial energy, this little, like a little bit of
what is that?
Yeah, so a little bit of, it doesn't need to be so perfect, a little bit of energy that's a little bit more mutable. It moves, it changes. Like just draw on this, like where things are evolving so quickly that, yeah, don't get stuck in any one idea. You know, draw on that, just allow it to evolve as it goes. And because the Magician's like an alchemist, bringing all the pieces together. So you're going to have to bring in, you know, today, tomorrow it's going to be different. The next day it's going to be different. Just keep creating. Just keep
You're,
creating.
you're the second one who's pulled that card on me in the last like, few weeks. That's funny.
Yeah. That's,
Cool.
yep. Cards just, spirit does what spirit does, right? So
thank you.
Got some powerful magician energy clearly showing up in your life. And so they're just like, just put your hands, you've got it.
Just do
grab
it.
Do it. Yeah, just do it.
Awesome.
You're totally
Thank
ready.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Christy, Christy, I saw your face. There you are. Your hair is much longer than I saw you last time, Christy. All right.
Thank you for being here and all that you're doing for us tonight, Christy.
Oh my goodness, thank you for inviting me. I was so excited to see you guys in person. Well, I'll have to come out for the next in-person meeting. Yeah, I'm coming. Coming to give you all big hugs. All right. So, all right, we've got two going on as well. Sometimes, you try and get one and two come out, and it is what exactly it is. So this was on the top. It's the Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords. So there's a sense of, you've been doing a lot of feeling, a lot of earth feeling, and this is suggesting it's also time to bring in a little bit of that wisdom that you hold, but that you hold logically or that you hold analytically. So you want to kind of alchemize those two things, because that wisdom that you have is so like all that it's time to just, you're going to get this insight of clarity. And that's, you see this, I don't know if you can see on the screen there. Yeah, she's got this like ray of clarity that's just bang. So by going still and really still and embodying everything that you embody with the earth energy, you're going to get this massive insight of clarity. And when that comes, then it's okay to bring in the analytical mind to put the pieces together. And the other one that's here is the Emperor. And this Emperor, I'm feeling like this Emperor, you can see her, she's, leading and guiding. She's got the Aurora Borealis behind her, and she's just kind of playing it almost like, you see those lines up there. It's like the sense of she's playing with this energy, but she's also really looking after all of her people. So you will be feeling that during the pause as well. You're going in, but leave a little bit. I need to kind of put some energy on, just making sure that all my people are good. So it's that's what's coming out. So you kind of got a little bit of both worlds happening, inner and outer. Yeah. I'm wondering if that flash of insight has to do with those people as well. Yeah. I think it probably does.
Okay, we'll do Jackie and Juliet, and then I think we need to wrap up.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, if anyone, what I would say is, those that need to go, if someone really wants a quick card, I know that it takes time. I'm meant to do a couple sentences, and this sometimes happens.
It's perfect, Chris-Anne. It's perfect. Yeah. And I want to be able to have a chance before everyone has to leave to finish.
Close. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to do that now? It's 9. Oh, let's do that now.
You don't want to just do these two more and then we'll do it all?
Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay. So I think Jackie and Juliet.
Absolutely. I just wasn't sure if there was only, okay. So what are the names? Jackie. All right. Jackie. Hello. Jackie calling in from BC. I got the 10 of Emotions. So the 10 of Emotions, this is such a beautiful card. It's the 10 of Cups in Standard Tarot. It's sort of this, it is like this, like everything coming together, community, love, energy, service, the opportunity to really do something collectively. And there's also a sense in this particular, in the Muse deck, you can see all of these women coming together and they're dancing together. And so I want you to really hold on to that vision for what comes after this. I want you to hold on to that vision of this community dancing joyfully, just rejoicing and it's like they're under the sun and they are just, you know, having this big, massive party, you know, of love and celebration. And so those are, I get a sense that this has to do also, I don't know why, I think the word ancestor is coming to me. So I'd like, you know, if that feels right for you, I would say spend some time just tuning into some ancestral wisdom during this pause, Jackie. And Jackie, and then
Juliet.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Juliet, there you are. Hi, Juliet. Are you also in Newmarket area?
No, I'm in Aurora.
Aurora.
Yeah, in the area.
You're close. Where are you from?
Originally the UK.
Yeah. All right. Juliet, Juliet, Juliet. Ooh, Juliet. Look at this High Priestess card coming in loud and clear for you, Juliet. All right. So during this pause for you, I don't know if you are someone that's working with your intuitive gifts currently, but there is an opportunity. I mean, the High Priestess is kind of this beautiful figure, this beautiful archetype of standing between the worlds, kind of standing right on the veil of the unknown and the known, of the consciousness and the unconsciousness, and the, you know, the unconscious mind and the conscious mind, I should say. So you have this opportunity to tune into this. Yeah, I don't know, like, do you work within your intuitive gifts right now?
Only on myself.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's maybe a moment for you to play with your girlfriends, with your family, and explain, express, try, test a little bit of this, because there's, in the pause, I think you're going to be getting massive downloads. And if you choose to receive that, and if you choose to test that, then my goodness, you're going to be like on fire with those gifts. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's I like her for you. I feel like she's like, all right, come on, it's time. What's going on? What are we waiting for? You know? Yeah. Awesome. So I think thank you so much, everyone, for allowing me to inviting me to your awesome circle, and for allowing me to be here. And I'm sorry that I went over time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think any of us are upset about that. And Anna wanted to get a card, so maybe we'll just do a kind of a wrap up, and then I said to her that if you're okay, we can just continue on and do that after. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely.
So there's just a couple of things that I wanted to share with everyone, and that is, I started last week a new Facebook group. Some of you know about this already and some might not, and it's called Reiki Rising 2020. I'll put it down in here because it's not just for Reiki. It was set up for my students to be a place to connect, but I'd love it to be a place where we can share a little bit more. For Anna, you to put your contact info about how people would reach out to you for your candles and your sage bundles, for messages that might come up from Christy, from any of us, gifts that we can share together to keep our spirits connected, filled with light, moving forward, because I know a lot of us are feeling the emotions and the shifting energy. We're in this work. We feel this. We're connected to the collective. It's hard not to be. So I think that it's a place that we can do that. I also want to share, and maybe Chris Ann can do that she's got a group, a new group on Facebook, and it's Circle of Seers. That's right. So I'm going to put that down.
Very, you know what, it's a group for right now. It started maybe 3 weeks ago. Actually, we started it feeling like, what is going on with the retrograde and with the eclipse energy, and why didn't it go away when it was supposed to? I have a friend from Guelph. We've been back and forth and really feeling like something else was coming and we didn't know what. And so we began to, okay, we're going to do this thing, and then all of a sudden it got pushed into motion. And so it's just a space where it's healers for healers. Everybody that's in there is either there because they just want to be in a calming space. We are trying to do daily lives with different healers. There's acupuncturists coming in to do acupressure points. We had someone do the lung channel. We had someone do energy clearing. We had someone come in and do qigong. So it's all different modalities, and people just offering to the collective. Sometimes we did one healing circle. We'll probably do another one next week. I have no idea what it's going to be in 2 months, if it will exist in 2 months, but it is for right now. So you're totally welcome. I would love to see your beautiful faces. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And I just am feeling very full that this was a special connection for all of us. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that said yes to giving this new venue a try from the comfort of our homes, and with all of the little technical challenges that come in along with it. But it's really been very heartwarming for me. The meditations were very powerful. I really felt that connection with this group very strongly. So let's keep that going. I think that next month is definitely going to be done in the same way. Because of that, I'm switching, for those of you that were looking forward to my annual Carolyn Molnar evening with a evening of spirit-centered messages. I'm moving her to September. So I think we're going to be good by September to come together in person. And we'll just move with that. That's my forward intention looking ahead. And next month, we're going to bring Laura Foster in. Instead of having her in May, she's going to move up to April. And Laura Foster, soul-inspired girl. She's doing coaching retreats. She was a doctor of chiropractor here in Newmarket for years and years. She's an amazing leader, and she's stepping into her new power now. So there's a lot of stepping into new. And so I think it's going to be right. And if you have any other suggestions, we'll see where we are for summer. If we're gathering outside, I'll vision that. And we'll just stay where we need to be. You know, we've talked years, Eckhart Tolle talking about the power of now, being in the present. And we've been reading, and we've been studying, and we've been doing mindfulness, and it's time for us now to pull all of those tools in. It's now. There's no more important thing than being in the present now, because the moments are changing that quickly. So we have the tools, and reach out to each other, and we can do this. So thanking each and every one of you for the participation, and we'll keep it going. And may we just, for those of us that can see our hands up, that we can connect with each other, feel the pulsing in your hands of the connection that we send through this circle, online cyber circle. It's energy. Where our energy goes, everything flows. So we can flow that together to each other, and hold us in that strength of love and light, opening our hearts, coming from that place that we want to create. Chris-Anne, you gave us an incredibly powerful evening tonight in connecting in, and the messages. We're so, so grateful. So until we are connected and together again, go with love, go with light, go with kindness, and be safe. Thank you to everyone. Namaste. Yay. So those of you that need to leave, it's fine. You just disconnect. We'll let Anna get her message because it was hard to keep up with all of that. So I think.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
A huge thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Great.
Thanks, Christy.
Ah.
Thank you.
Okay, Joanne.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Maria.
All right. Do we need to leave?
You don't need to leave at all. We can listen to the next messages because it's a message for all of us anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Could I get a card after Anna?
You absolutely can.
Me too, yes.
Thank you.
And then I'll take one too.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anna, where are you? Are you also in Newmarket, Aurora?
In Bradford.
Bradford. Oh, I went to Bradford High and Holy Trinity.
No, I went to Trinity.
We're quite empathic as well. We've seen this one already tonight. There's a lot of this going on, this feeling of like really feeling all the feels for everyone else.
Yeah.
And your second card is the Hanged Muse, which is the Hanged Man in a regular deck. And so with this particular card, I want you to just, the Hanged Muse, the Hanged Man, it's like go with the flow. It's this pause. You're hanging there in a pause moment. The Hanged Man energy, I don't know if you know the Odin myth. You know Odin? And there's the Tree of Life. And he wants wisdom and he wants to be able to read the runes, and he can't read the runes. He wants language. He wants that kind of like, he wants the gift of writing, and he doesn't have it. So he hangs himself on the tree to get wisdom, and he hangs himself there and he hangs himself there and he hangs himself there and he hangs himself there. Finally, you know, he's like not eating. He's almost, you know, he's just suffering there on the tree. And finally he gets that enlightenment. And so below down here, I don't have runes on this deck, but you'll see that there's this Egyptian sort of eye, this Egyptian, you know, this wisdom. So you have a chance during this time. I want you to, you know, it's okay to feel all the feels, but you do have a chance to just kind of be like water. You know, go with the flow more than you normally do. Don't try and control anything. You have no control. You just have to kind of be like water, keep going, go around, let it, like you're like swinging in the wind. And then you're going to have this understanding that's greater than anything that you've had in the past. So there's something beautiful in it, but it needs you to be kind of like, you know, the way a tree is like, like the branches are super flexible in the wind.
Yeah.
They don't break. They just always bounce back.
Yeah.
So during the next month and a bit, it's like just be flexible, you know, it's like be like Teflon, you know? Yeah.
Thank you.
Just let it. And there's a definite a lot of inner questioning, you know? There's as I'm shuffling, I'm just going to keep talking for you because there's a little bit more that's in my ear. I think there are some questions about direction.
Yeah.
And I think the hangman for you in this time is to sit with that. Doesn't mean it doesn't like don't worry about finding an answer. Because it's going to come. It's like digging, 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 digging. You don't need to dig. It's just going to come. So just if you're flexible and you be like water, the opportunity is it's going to show itself. You don't need to go searching for it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you.
It does make
You know, like it's like, take that load off. You don't need it. You don't need it. Just be flexible, be like water, be in the, it's like present moment. Yeah. Yeah. Kelly. Where are you, Kelly?
I'm in Willow Beach, so Keswick area.
Cool. You've got the gift of water. You can go for a little stroll and see some water. It's nice.
That I can.
Uh-huh. So you have one of the cards that we've seen, which is the 5 of materials. What were you going to say? Okay, Kelly. 3 of inspiration and the 5 of materials. So you may be feeling a little bit of, again, this is sort of a little bit of a like, a scarcity, a little bit of worries about either finances or security, or there's a security kind of like kind of happening. But again, we've seen this card 3 times tonight. Of course we're seeing it right now. And I want you to know, of course, I'll say it again, that you are always welcome in the Great Hall of Love. And that there is something greater than you, something greater than me, that is holding you. It's holding you to that gate. It's like you're not really on the outside of that gate. When you look around, there's a key there. It's just there, just waiting for you. So it's like a little bit of a perspective shift, and knowing that you are 100% being held for the next couple of months. The 3 of inspiration also came up for you. This is the 3 of wands. And the 3 of wands, do you see the way she's on those dominoes? And it's like there's just one more domino that gets to be put in place. She's just waiting for the one domino to fall. All she needs to do is take one more step, and then it all lines up, and it all kind of click, 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 clicks into place. So maybe you've been putting some pieces into place, and you kind of feel like let's say you're trying to get to that side of the screen, and you feel like you only have the pieces to here. You actually have also been building backwards. So there's just a little, like, it's just like there's one thing missing. It's not like there's like 100 things missing out into the future. It's like just the one thing that makes it all click. So I don't know why I'm getting the word family for you. There's something there that this message is somehow connected to family for you. Yeah. So your intuition will put that together. Your intuition will know why that word makes sense. But there's family and trust. There's a huge amount of trust that's needed in the coming months. And oh my goodness, go see some of that water. Step out and go see some of that water. When you can.
Use at least once a day when I'm walking my dog.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You know what? Now that you guys are I've got something else for you, Kelly. I don't know why. I do. Let's just go with it. Kelly, this is from your 3 of wands.
Okay.
The dominoes of joy I seek, expansive, happy things. I wait for mine, while at the sea, with all the songs she brings. The dominoes of dreams arriving glisten in the sand. And with my heart, now I'm reviving faith in what's at hand. The dominoes of clear momentum, one last step I go. They usher in a fountainhead of energetic flow. So that's your message from the three of inspiration from the Muse Tarot. So I just felt like you needed that poem.
Yep.
In a different
so.
way.
Elizabeth asked for one card.
Awesome. Elizabeth, can you unmute and let me know where you are, Elizabeth? If you can. And on the phone, I know that can be tricky. So if you're struggling to figure that out, that's okay. Karen probably knows.
*6.
Oh, *6. There we
I
go.
think I got it. Am I unmuted?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello,
Yay,
Elizabeth.
hello.
Where are you?
Thornhill.
Thornhill. Awesome. Elizabeth in Thornhill. So you have the 8 of emotions, which is the 8 of cups. Oftentimes, I see she's walking under this big eclipse. During eclipses, we can't know. You know, it's like this energy that's there that right prior to it, we don't know what's going to happen. So you may be feeling a little bit like you can't know. But then we have the eclipse, and the eclipse tends to illuminate things that we can't know. So this could be with our present situation. I don't know how you're feeling in your heart, in your back, in your neck about this situation. The unknown could be relating to that, but it could also be relating to something that has been kind of an unknown with you for a little bit. And so the 8 of Cups with the unknown, it's sort of like a walking away card. You know, the 8 of Cups has this beautiful, I'm just going to let it go. And then that energy is going to deal with itself. And I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to let go of the control. And maybe there's something that, you know, hasn't been in your best interest for the last little part of your life that you're going to think on during this pause, and then know much more what you need to do and where you need to go. There's something that maybe hasn't been serving you, hasn't been really helping you, you know, something that's kind of been like a little bit tied to it, you know, doesn't feel good, you know. So this is a chance in this pause to imagine and to re-envision and to reinvent. What would it look like if I let go of that thing? Yeah. I'm going to do a poem for you too. You guys okay with that? Pull the poem from this. They're short. They're sweet. Anna, thank you so much for being here. Nice to see you and to meet you. So this is also short. Her restless solitude, a compulsion to leave, this over and over extension. The under and under fulfillment waxes this spiritually driven tension. Enjoy this shedding of escape and ease. Not here on horizons it looms. She walks away and heads towards her life, a future of bliss and of blooms. So that just felt like that was something that, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes poetry, metaphor, it just works better for us. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of bliss and blooms there on the horizon though, huh?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Did I get everyone that wants, oh, Karen. Beautiful host. Thank you for inviting me, Karen. This was nice tonight. It was a nice break for me too from all of the noise, you know?
Glad. Yes, I know you've had a full week.
Yeah, I've got deadlines and trying to figure out, Yeah. All right. Karen. I have two. One of them is the Ace of Voices. We've seen this already. With that sort of going in to get that little, it's like this instant clarity. And I think that your instant clarity is a little bit different than the last one. I think your instant clarity here, it feels to me like it's much more like you've been doing work that energetically makes sense and you're just kind of going with it. And sometimes you put logic to reason, but you're like, well, it doesn't matter. It feels good. The energy feels right. But I feel for you that in this pause, there's an opportunity to bring it down to earth even more logically so that it can be understood more en masse. Like there's a real sense of bringing the energetic into formula, or bringing the energetic into it's like math, and that doesn't even make sense. I don't know, but that there's that opportunity to make it so much more real, than not just sort of not that it's not real, but real for people who don't understand it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Bringing it down into a place that makes logical sense. And the other one is the Knight of Materials. And the Knight of Materials is like there's this happiness in the work. There's this love for sowing seeds and really tuning in to that. The gardener who is just so in flow, just planting seeds and building the foundation, and knowing that the foundation that they built, that those seeds that they built, the seeds that they've sown, the gardener is like, I know they're going to come to fruition. And so letting go of the fruition piece, because it's impossible that it's not happening, just getting into the flow of the joy of that kind of trance state of being in flow with your life and your work.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, it's a happy Knight of Pentacles. It's a Knight of Pentacles in a regular tarot deck. And
what's the voices again?
The materials, the pentacles, the voices are swords, the air energy. Yeah, so that would be the Ace of Swords. Okay. This kind of moment of clarity and logic, and yeah. Pat. Does Pat is still on the call. Pat, do you want a reading?
Pam?
Or Pam, sorry. Yeah. 100%. I don't know why I said Pat and I read Pam. My brain did a little.
I don't know if she's on still.
Yeah.
Pam, are you here?
I just want to make sure that anybody who's here, she may have stepped away, and that's fine too. Just want to make sure that everyone that's here that wants a reading gets a reading.
Carrie Lynn, are you here still, or did you disconnect?
It may be that they're having trouble also like figuring out how to.
Terry Lynn's on a phone. It's *6. Mm-hmm. Pam knows how to work this, so she would be.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, and I think Sean's gone, and I know Nancy's gone, and Valerie's gone.
Awesome.
I think we're covered.
Awesome! Yay! Thank you guys for being here and for really inviting me. Thank you so much for inviting me into your circle.
Wow, I'm honored that you stepped up right away when I asked, and it was so a long while ago in that little beautiful coffee shop in Collingwood.
Yes, yeah, and we're like this. It felt like, whoa, we're programming this for like 7 months or 6 months or 5. I don't remember. Time is kind of escaping me. I'm not great with time, anyways, and right now I'm just like, meh.
How much I love this deck. I just can't even begin to tell you. It's so wonderful.
Oh, I didn't. You know, it's funny. I didn't use that one today, but It was just like called to the Muse feels like a little bit sunnier, and it felt like it was the right spring kind of, yeah. Good night, Nancy. It was so nice to meet everyone. I'd love to connect with you if you feel like connecting with me. Karen has my information, or just reach out on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes, it's on the invite and it's on our stuff. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And have a wonderful night.